Hi Stitchers, this is Stitching to Connect Annie. Take two. I hit the pause, hit the stop button instead of the pause button, so we're going to start over again. I was trying to get this picture to show you. I made this for my grandson for Christmas. It's a colonial Santa, Mill Hill Santa. I think he turned out amazing. And did I say this is Stitching to Connect Annie? I did. So I'm gonna be repeating everything I said in the last 15 minutes. So here we go again. Anyway, I did him for my grandson who's 17, and my daughter and her family live in Bethesda, Maryland, and just over the borders, Virginia. And my grandkids have grown up in Bethesda. They were born in Bethesda, and they've grown up. They're 17 and 18 now, and all the history and everything. So I thought it'd be super fun to do that for him for Christmas. So that's the thing that I did. It is Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. And you have not seen me since November 19th, 2023, the week of right before Thanksgiving. And if you want to know more about that, tune in to the end of this, or stay tuned to the end of this, and I'll share my life, which was a bit complicated for a while. So, and here's my kitty ready to wreak havoc and be loved. Can I come here? Anyway, this is my Christmas tree. I broke down and bought a Balsam Hill Christmas tree this year because I wanted to start hanging Christmas ornaments where you could actually see them and be able to hang bigger ornaments. And so I've been super pleased with this. It has actual built-in lights, which is fun. And I've just thoroughly enjoyed it this year. It made me smile and has made me smile. And I'll probably keep it up for another week before I go on my cruise. So I'm going on the Caribbean cruise with Jan Hicks, Jean Farish, and Michelle Bendy Stitch. We're leaving a week from Sunday. I'm leaving here from Denver a week from Saturday because I always go a day before a cruise because you never know what the weather's going to be here, or flights can get stacked up, or there can be all kinds of some complications. So I'm leaving super early Saturday morning the 13th, and I'll get there that afternoon. Then I have a friend that I'm meeting later, and we're going to the cruise ship the next day. So I'm very excited about it. So originally, to show you what I've been working on, originally I was going to stitch a mill hill for each one of the people at my table. And then lo and behold, because of the retreats I've been to in the past, a little bit of glare in my glasses. The retreats I've been in the past, we have exchanged gifts at our table, which can be 6 to 8 people, and you sit at the same table. Well, then I found out through Facebook, I believe, our Facebook group on the for the cruise, that we are not sitting at the same table every day. You have to take your things back to your cabin, which is fine. I have no problem with that, but I'm glad they told us. And then you sit at a different table, so you get to know a lot more people. But not being at the same table for the whole time, I'm not going to stitch 70 different stitches with all those people. So I'll bring my cards like I always do, which have my info, Stitching to Connect Annie, and just a thread drop card, basically. And probably stick it, I usually put them in little mesh bags, and then or gauze bags, and then stick a charm in, like 2024, which I didn't get ordered, so it won't be 2024. But I have some other nautical charms, so that'll be fun. So I'll be doing that instead of stitching for everybody. But there are 3 wonderful stitching people that are going to be leading a class on each cruising day. And that's, as I said, Jean Farish, Jan Hicks, and Michelle Bendy Stitch. I don't know what Michelle's last name is. I just call her Michelle Bendy Stitch, who I met in Stitched North in Canada last year, and she is fabulous. So I will probably give those to them. Or I could use this one I'm going to show you next as a smallest exchange, which I'm probably likely to do. Is he amazing or what? He's got sandals. He's a tropical Santa, Mill Hill tropical Santa, and he's a Christmas Island Santa. He's got a bird, and I'm not sure what. It's not a blue-footed booby or whatever they're called. So I'm not sure what his bird is, but it's cute. The thing I love the most are the sunglasses around his neck. I think he's amazing. He's got flowered shorts. He's got a hat. The thing when my sister was here staying with me after my health ordeal, said, I love the mustache and the beard. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, he looks just like him. Sorry about the glare. Oh, the light's getting bad in here. It's later in the day. It's like 3:30. So actually it's 4 o'clock. So we'll have to make this quick. Anyway, he turned out amazing. I'm super happy with him. Hopefully somebody will be very happy with him. And when I thought I was stitching for my table, I did these two. I think I showed you this one last time. Pardon me, because I had finished it for my last Flosstube, I believe, in November. Cute little tropical fish. She was very, very bead heavy. Took me a while. That was a heavy duty beaded stitch, but I love it. And this Mill Hill, which I really love, which I probably will keep, is this one. And it went really fast because there's only like 3 colors in it: white, dark blue, and lighter blue. And then the beads, which was not heavy at all. She does have little beads she does have beads all around her bodice here and the leg openings. And she has a little butterfly bead you can see. Super fun. I'm gonna watch how much battery stuff I have going on here. Yeah. So those will either go to friends that I've met before at retreats and I see again at the retreat or the cruise, or I'll keep them for myself, which I very well might be. So what I'm going to do is probably just hand out my cards, which are will be floss drops that have my name, Stitching to Connect Annie, and you can put the number of the floss and the color of the floss and some information on them. And they have pictures of my stitchy friend cat here, Sierra. Yeah, so I will not press the red button again. I don't remember what I did. Oh, I needed to show you that picture of that Santa that I made for my grandson. Okay, then the other stitching I've done, which I'll talk about, is, so those are my finishes. I think those are the only finishes I had for the last month. And then when I was, pause this. Okay, managed to do that without stopping it this time, just pausing it. When I was at the last retreat I went to, which was in Charlotte. And it was the Mirabilia retreat. And on the table, they had this, try not to glare, Santa collection. This is an Alma Lynn. This is from 1993 is when it was copyrighted. Okay. And I saw it, and I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing. And then I looked a little more, and lo and behold, someone had done a lot of it. They had done up to right where the Santa ends, right where he ends. And I thought, and it didn't have the thread, but it had the pattern the chart and all of this done. And I believe it's 28 count. I'm not positive, but it's definitely even weave because I've had to reprogram my brain. So I have done from him, this part, the tree, his arm and hand, and his, I'm not sure if that's his hat. How could you not pick that up? I mean, I only have, mind you, the face is done. I only have that much over to finish to the left. Is that amazing? I think that's amazing. So somebody, I don't know the background. I don't know if they found it at a estate sale, or if it was in their family, or if they had done it and put it away and thought, I'll never finish this. I don't know the story behind it, but I'm definitely going to enjoy it. And I've probably done as much as I'm going to do on it this year because I have too many other things I want to work on. But he's been a treat. Santa's collector. Then I did start, last year, this was in the Black Needle Society box, nice box, it was called Nice Box. This is Autumn Lane, To All a Good Night. And I started that. I had to do a little frogging. I started on the wrong side. I did some boo-boos. Anyway, this is how much I've done. Oh my gosh, it has cat hair all over it. So that's how much I've done. And you can tell it's on opalescent. And I believe it's, I'll have to look and see what the count is. Because this came as a kit. It came with all the threads. I believe it's 28 count. So it's the same, but it's linen. Wait a minute. Yeah, white opal linen. Not my favorite thing to stitch on. But I do love it, and someday I'll show you. I have a scene on my mantle that has reindeer and trees, and used to have houses. I've taken the houses out, but it's reindeer and trees, and then above that I have a blue and white painting. So to put this somewhere near that would be just fabulous. You can really see the opalescent on that. At least I can. So I worked a little bit on that. I'm not sure if I'll pick that up again right now or wait till July, Jolly July, or whatever that you want to call that period we have. Then the other thing I started, so these are all starts. And I received this. Did I receive this or did I buy it myself? I think I received this as a gift from my son. This Mill Hill, I'm sorry. He's a Mill Hill, and he's just called Santa. But he's beautiful. He came with all the beads and everything. And I assumed, I've never had a Mill Hill that had fabric. And this is actually 18 count. Am I showing the right side? Yeah. No, it goes like this. So that's his beard, and that's the start of his coat. You can see him. Sorry about the glare. I'm not pulling that out right now. Jeez, and the glare is bad. There. Kind of good. Anyway, I started on him. And that's, well, you know, I worked for a week. So I got to my daughter's and her family's in Bethesda on Friday the 15th. I think I started that Mill Hill Santa either the day I got there or the day after I got there or that next day. So either Saturday or Sunday that week. And I finished it on Christmas Eve day. Yeah. So and being visiting at my daughter's house and having lots of activities with dogs and grandchildren and children, going out to dinner and going to concerts and doing all the things, I thought to finish a mill hill in a week was pretty good. It's pretty good. So I was super happy with that. So now we'll switch to the, oh yeah, so these are the colors for that Santa. Yeah. And this is a thread collector, thread drop, whatever you want to call it, that I got from the next thing I'll show you, which is Pam's Heart charity project that I donated to and then got all the goodies, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's really hard on my back. So I want to show you this. So this is something that my daughter, my oldest, and I made this back in, my daughter was born in 73. I think she was 10 or 11 or maybe 12 when we started this. This is supposed to be a frame and it used to have a picture, and I think it was a picture of her in it, but I don't know what happened to that. It's I think it's a Dimensions. And it's like I never framed it. I always just pull it out and lean it up against near the tree or pose it somewhere. Isn't it amazing? It means so much. I know she did the little sheep, which is very textured. I know I did the candy jar with the doily hanging down. And we shared, I think she did the bird. And we did it together. Did we do it just 1 year? I can't remember. I'd have to ask her if we did it for a couple of Christmases, which I'm suspicious it took us more than one Christmas to do, or one season. But it means a lot to me because she and I did that together. I think I did the majority of it. I don't know what she would say. I didn't have it out when she came to stay with me during my health scare, but it means a lot to me. So it's sitting at the bottom of the Christmas tree here, which is really fun. So I wanted to share that with you because that was a great fun memory I had. So I will show you it. These are past WIPS. Well, almost WIPS. Well, almost finishes. One's finished. It's not fully finished, and I should have finished it this year. That's a Mill Hill Santa. I think he's amazing. He's the first Mill Hill I think I ever did. So I need to make him into an ornament. This is another, which I need to finish him. He needs to be beaded, finished beaded. And that's an owl sitting on his hand. And it has glasses and stuff, and it's super cute. And I need to finish him. So I have two of those. And so I'm kind of enamored with Mill Hill Santas. And so I ordered a few this year. And I think I'm going to try to do one a quarter. I don't think I want to spend a week on each one, which it would take probably to get it done. So I got this one. Oh, again, glare. He's pretty cool though. He is, what is he? He's Holly and Ivy Santa, Woodland Santa. I love him. He's beautiful. I love the greens. Again, the fun mustache and beard. I like the way they do those. They're easy to do too. I kind of freaked me out when I did the first Tropical Santa with that beard. And then I got this one. Oh, I haven't even opened it. Show you real quick. I forgot I hadn't even opened this. Sorry for the crinkling. So what I did was I ordered these to put under the tree for myself at my daughter's house, which was fun. He is Cozy Christmas Santa. I think he's holding a birdhouse. I don't see a bird, but anyway. Cozy Christmas Santa. Look at that patchwork or quilted or whatever it is skirt he's got on. He's amazing. What do they call him? He's not a collection as of such. It's Colonial Santa. I showed you that. Oh, this one is fun. This is Glad Tidings Santa. Again, amazing, and I love it. He has a bell. If I did 1 a quarter, I'd have 4 Santas to either gift or hang on my tree. So I kind of really want to bust those out. This is Christmas Day Santa. Maybe I've showed you this one. He looks Scottish. He's got my glasses off. I need to go in and get my glasses tightened just because I wear them on my head all the time. I'm so afraid they're gonna fall off and break. Look at that. There's a puppy and Santa in a tartan nightshirt. He's amazing. So he is Christmas morning. Christmas Day Santas. I kind of went crazy. I did. I kind of went crazy. Oh, this is one I had last year that I never stitched, that I definitely want to stitch. He is a fun snowman with cardinal. I had pulled all my, pardon my hair, I had pulled all my Santas out this year to stitch, and did I get them all done? No. But I got 2 done, which is pretty good. I love this one. This has a cat on it. It's called Perfect Christmas Santa. He is amazing. Look at that skirt, or whatever you want to call it. Robe, bottom of his robe. He's holding a kitty. Whether I make that into a Sierra kitty all black, I'm not sure. But it could be fun. That might be it. Nope, I have another one. This is, I forgot to look, Christmas Cheer Santa. He's holding a Christmas tree. I love Jim Shore things. I think they're amazing. Yeah. Is that it? I think that's it. Seeing things that I didn't know I had in here. I had that, showed that one to you. I got a couple of sleigh rides too, Christmas sleighs. I have 2 or 3 of these. That one's Celestial sleigh. It has a moon and some stars, and it's pretty in blue. I love that. So I have quite a few of those projects, which is fun, which is really, really fun. And I think that's it. Now I have one more. This one is Woodland Santa, or a sleigh. I'm sorry, Woodland Sleigh. Has a bunny and the trees in the sleigh, I believe. There's a bunny in the sleigh. There's a bunny standing by the sleigh. There's cardinals. There's a tree. It's all fun. I really went kind of crazy this year. Okay. The one other thing I want to show you, then I'm going to say this will be all life at the end, and you can skip or ahead, or you can stay with me and hear about life. Is back in July, I believe it was July, Cottage Garden put out a call for designers to design patterns for Hearts for Pam. So Pam, one of the Cottage Garden people, I'm not sure the structure of Cottage Garden, so I don't know if she's a designer, if she's part of the crew, everything. Everybody's important in those groups, or she's a dyer. I don't know. I don't know exactly. And they're in Australia, so probably wouldn't know the personal aspects of it. But how many? Maybe at least 20, maybe more designers came together, and Cottage Garden also put out all these threads. I'll show you. So this one is Hearth, Sleepy Cat. Hearth is a deep, deep, deep green. This one is Conservatory, which is a variegated green. This one's is Marigold, which is a variegated gold. Bottle Brush, which is a very, very bright red. Lima, which is blues, navy to lighter blue. Page Turner, which are beiges and a little bit of golds. This one is amazing. This is Le Breton, I think is how you say it. Variegated reds to pinks. This is a deep red, Hugs and Kisses, variegated. Deep red to red. And Canard, which is greens. Basic color groups, solids and variegated. How many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. So if you donated a certain amount of money, you got all the patterns, pardon me, all the threads, needle minder, which says HFP, which is Heart for Pam, stands 2023, and that cute thread holder that I showed you before with a heart, this one, which I put all my threads for the Santa on. All of that, and I will show you the patterns that I really super liked and most likely will do someday. And then all the patterns were amazing. But some of the patterns were more embroidery. They weren't necessarily cross stitch. Oh boy, I'm back. Which I had no problem with. They're great patterns, but they're not something I will most likely stitch. So I may do those as a giveaway. We'll see. This is Bathtub of Blooms by Fox and Rabbit. So everything, of course, was heart related. So Pam, I believe she had open heart surgery, and I don't know for sure, but I'm believing that that's what it was. I think she's doing really well. I think, but this was a fundraiser for her, for medical or care or whatever, and I was happy to participate in it. I think this is amazing. This is called Heartfelt Posy. This is by Rebel Stitcher, Colleen. I think that's her name, Colleen. It's a heart with little flowers growing out of the, I don't know what you call them, tubes, valves, whatever they're called. I think that's cute. This is Choose Hope. I'm sorry, I couldn't find the name of it. Choose Hope by Heart and Hand. Oops, I shouldn't show the pattern. I should just show the picture. It's lovely. And all these patterns use all the threads that were sent to us. All the Cottage Garden threads. Blue Flower, which you all know, love and know, is Janine McGowan. Seasons of the Heart, and she designed all the animals are Australian animals. I think she listed them on the back. I don't remember exactly what they are, but I think that's a Tasmanian devil down in the corner. I don't know what all the birds are. There's a bat, quite a few birds. I don't know what that spotty thing is, but very cute. This is another one I loved. Michelle Bendy Stitch did this. Bendy Stitchy. Ace of Swords. It's a tarot card reference. If you watch Michelle Bendy, she is a huge proponent of tarot, and she's got a lot of decks, and she makes it a lot of fun, and it's kind of her shtick right now. So I thought that was cute. Lindy Stitches, another wonderful designer. Did Queen of Thread. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. I love this one, and this is the one I'm gonna do because I unfortunately, or I have a dear friend who's having triple bypass tomorrow. She's the last person I'd ever expect to have any heart issues, and yeah, I think this is amazing. And she's a fashion girl, so all the little colors on the tubes, or I don't know what you call those. I need to find out what you call those. Anyway, one's a leopard, one's a herringbone, one's a check. It's got a zipper. It's got a lock. I think it's really cute. And who designed it? Pixel Pixie? Wild at Heart, it's called. And I think I'm going to do that one. This is amazing. And I wish I had the fortitude to do this one, but I don't think I do. This is amazing. Look at that anatomical heart. That is by the Witchy Stitcher. Jen Hicks, who is going to be on the cruise, is one of our instructors and ladies that is sponsoring the cruise, is called Hopeful Heart Prayer Flag, which is delightful also. This one is a Darling and Whimsy, so it's a little, what do you call those? Oh my gosh. Miss Shalbendy does them all the time, and she calls them a certain thing, and I can't remember what she calls them. It'll come to me, but it's not coming to me right now. It's not a cryptid. It's a, it's left to me, but it's cool. It's got a it's got a heart. It's got a hand on it. A heart in the hand. Stitched for a friend with my heart and my hand, Darling and Whimsy. I can't remember the gal's name either, and I should know that too. I can't show you all this, but anyway, this is called Heart for Pam by Jeanette Douglas. It's lovely too. So some of these are smalls, which would be, anyway, that's all the ones that I pulled to show you. Some of them are small. Quite a few of them are smalls, and they wouldn't take that long. The one I particularly picked to do for my friend is a smallish one. I'm going to try and get that knocked out. Probably get it started and take it on the cruise because there's a lot of like just stitching. It's not that one. I just showed it to you. I don't know where it went. Wild at Heart. All of that, I could just do fill-in, like, you know, when I'm at the table on the cruise. I wouldn't try to do these fancier ones, but I could certainly get all that red heart done for sure, because I think it's like 1 or 2 colors. It'd be super good. So I'm probably going to pull a fabric and get that set up to take on the cruise, because it's a small and I could easily handle that. What else am I taking to do on the cruise? I don't know. Probably a mill hill or 2, and maybe a Halloween that I've been working on. Probably some kind of a seafaring or sea focused. Like I have that Allen Forest Treasure Island that I haven't done much on, that could be fun, but it's got a lot of color changes in it. So probably won't take that, but I'll look at it and see. Pam is doing that one, and she reminded me about it. Pam and Steph on Just Keep Stitching. She reminded me, I don't know why I like to split, but it is so dry here, Colorado. They'd be glad to go to the humidity in the Caribbean. I'm so excited. I'm a beach girl. So she reminded me that she was working on that and that I have that. And so I went ahead and downloaded all the rest of them. It's a free download on Al Forest Embroidery, but it was a SAL, and so it's got many, many pieces and parts, but you can download it. You just have to do your own threads and your own fabric and all of that, unless you order the kit. And I don't know if the kits are still available. I did my own fabric and thread. So if that's all you're interested in is my stitching, and the last part of this won't be very long because honestly my back is killing me sitting on the floor here. I tried to sit on a cushion, but it's not kind to my back or hips. So I'll give you some life. So if you're done, bye for now. I'll see you after I get back from the cruise, which will be at least 2 weeks because I don't go for another week and then I'm in the cruise a week. So it could be up to 3 weeks before I film again. But I hope you've started your new year on a happy note. I kicked 2023 down the road because it was a kind of a crappy year. But I have fun things to look forward to, and I will share that my son and his wife, my daughter-in-law, are expecting a baby on July 1st. They got through the first trimester. I don't know if you've been following me, you know that they've had some fertility challenges, and their fertility challenges looks like it's come to an end, and they've got a healthy baby growing, and she made it through the first trimester. She's starting to feel better. It was a rough sickness first trimester, but I'm over the moon. Everybody in our family's over the moon. We got the news on Christmas, the day before Christmas Eve, that there's a healthy baby, and we can't be more happy. So looking forward to July 1st. So anyway, I will keep you apprised of that, but that's really good news. Very exciting. That and my 2 other grandchildren are 17 and 18. So to have a new baby in the family is pretty exciting. So on that note, I will say bye for now. This is Stitching to Connect Annie. If you're not interested in my health and life challenges, if you are, stay tuned, as Bendy Stitch will do. Okay, so I last filmed on November 19th, which was a Sunday. And I had told you that I was facing some challenges with my heart rate, my blood pressure, shortness of breath, the whole 9 yards. And I wore a heart monitor for 2 weeks. I turned that in the day before I filmed the Flosstube, and long story short, ended up in the hospital on Monday. Did all the tests I was supposed to wait 2 weeks to do, but they actually did it. I did them. I had a stress test. I had an echocardiogram, all the blood tests. I was confined to my bed for 3 days in the hospital because I would faint if I got up, and obtained a good cardiologist and a great assistant cardiologist, and it was a big challenge. Not a fun experience. But with medication and healthy choices, I am fine now. I'm a little bit fatigued, and it's partly because of the medicine. I used to take 2, and now I take 7 medicines. Statins and something for my heart rate, and another blood pressure medicine, and baby aspirin, and all that to say I have a very healthy heart. It's my blood pressure and my heart rate and my electrolytes got out of whack. And get this, I was drinking too much water. I was taking in too much fluid. It was causing my sodium levels to go up. I had never been told you could drink too much water. I didn't drink an excessive amount. And it's dry here in Colorado, so we were always told to drink so much water. And apparently it got my electrolytes all out of whack and made me very sick. So I did get to go home. My daughter came out Tuesday of that week. On Monday, I went to the hospital. Tuesday, I called her early in the morning. I was just desperate. I just said, I can't do this anymore. I'm too tired. I can't advocate for myself. please come and help. And she was on the plane and was here at 3 o'clock that afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. Great daughter I have, amazing daughter I have. So she came, she helped, she was there for me and my husband. And as you know, my husband has to deal with his sister who has dementia. So he was back and forth, and I needed somebody there constantly to help me understand everything that was going on. And my daughter was there. So she was here for Thanksgiving. I got to go home Thanksgiving morning, and the medicine is working. My numbers are good. I'm not having the palpitations and the high heart rate and the high blood pressure. And I'm having some fatigue and some other side effects, but they're not horrible. And I'm on the mend. I'm doing okay. And my cardiologist, I saw her a week after I was in the hospital, and she okayed me to go to DC. So I went to my daughter's and family for Christmas, which was amazing. I got to spend the 15th to the 26th with them. Did all kinds of fun things. Saw both my grandkids, and granddaughter had her first semester of college, so she was home, and it was delightful. Came home the day after Christmas. I'm doing okay, and I'm very, very thankful that we sorted it out. And my next challenge right now is my hips and my back. So I have an appointment with a spine specialist next Thursday, 2 days before I go on my cruise. It's not unbearable, but it's enough to be very detrimental to my sleep. I don't sleep well because of my hips, and my back is gotten worse. I don't know what that's going to bring. I know my hips don't need replacing. We've done all those studies. So it's got to be my spine and my soft tissue, and I'll have a lot of glute tightness. And I've been in PT since February of last year. Been pretty good about my PT and my exercises. I could be better, and I'll probably very much focus on that this year, depending on what they tell me about my spine. So that's the next challenge for the year. I tell you, people, getting old is not for wimps. But I'm very, very thankful to know that at 72 years old, I have a healthy heart. I have a very healthy heart. I have very little plaque. I have very little atherosclerosis, as that was called. Nothing like my friend who has to have open heart surgery tomorrow, who is just the last person in the world I ever thought would have that issue. She's tiny, she's active, she walks, eats healthy in a healthy manner. Guess it's heredity. I don't know. So I want to wish you a happy 2024. I hope it brings everything you want. I'm very excited to go on my cruise. I'm over the moon about that. And then I was supposed to go see my son and his wife the week after I had been in the hospital, but I did not do that, of course. So I'm hoping to go see them in February or March, kind of depending on their schedule, depending on what they say about my back and all that good stuff. And I'm hoping to do that. Maybe go to see my granddaughter in Boston. That's where she goes to college. And that's all the real plans I have right now. So I have some stitching plans. Like I said, I want to start that one for my friend with the heart on it. And what else am I going to work on? Oh, let's see. I think I'm going to make Monday's Mirabilia Monday and work on my Mirabilia so I get at least 52 weeks. 52 times I'm working on my Mirabilia. I have 2 or 3 going. See if I can finish up one of those. Maybe at least the retreat piece. And other than that, I'm not planning a lot of retreats this year. I have one. I'm going to Stitch North in Canada in April, the end of April, depending on health and back and all of that. And then I'm sorry. I'm going to StitchCon. I have a spot at StitchCon the second week of June. Ashley and Joel are due July 1st. So I think I can safely go to that and not have that be a concern. This is all dependent on what they have to find out about my back. That's life. That's Stitching to Connect Annie. That's all I have for you today. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're healthy, well. Keep stitching, keep connecting. Reach out to me. I will definitely respond if you reach out. And I hope you get everything you want this year. I'm looking forward to a much better year this year. So, bye for now.